Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, interestingly, weighed in on the threats by the federal government toward Hasan Piker and Medea Benjamin for allegedly traveling to Cuba on a humanitarian mission. We think it's really about their criticism of Israel that's made them a target. But Crockett, who is well funded by the Israel lobby, commented with a video joking about the situation. Let's take a look.
So federal officials now want to speak to Hasan Piker. He has to actually go and address them in person. I mean, Kamala would have never. That's what you get for telling people to vote third party or not vote at all.
Kamala was brain dead. She was either drunk or high off Xanax throughout the entire campaign. People didn't vote for her because she had nothing to offer. That's it, it's that simple.
Yeah,
so the idea that Jasmine Crockett posted that video. So the idea that someone like Hasan deserves potential prison because he didn't go along with the candidate you preferred is disgusting. And that's a comment to Jasmine Crockett, who's an embarrassment, who's everything that's wrong with the Democratic Party.
Yeah, so what's funny is that I heard from the establishment people that we need unity. And now there's, and by the way, I debate Hasan all the time. I disagree with him on a ton of stuff. We did a whole show here at the Young Turks where Hasan and I would debate every week. I've debated him for 4-hour stretches. Putting me in prison? Are you nuts? What happened to your unity? Oh yeah, I don't like that kind of Democrat. They voted against Kamala Harris. Trump, imprison him. What? And what happened to resistance? No, people like Jasmine Crockett who do identity politics only, they're not actually trying to help us. They're trying to divide the country so you can't unify. So the minute Israel wants Hasan arrested, all of a sudden Jasmine Crockett's in favor of it?
Yeah.
That's pretty disgusting and not at all what a Democrat would do if Democrat means anything anymore, and certainly not someone on the left. But Jasmine Crockett has now on a couple of occasions taken a weirdly pro-Israel stance. Could it be that she takes corporate PAC money and and foreign government money?
Oh yeah.
And does all this theatrics not to actually help you but to divide us?
True.
Interesting.
Andrew Perez, journalist I appreciate, independent journalist, writes, a new wrinkle to crypto's election buying. Jasmine Crockett taped an ad for a crypto super PAC to help the industry take out her Democratic colleague, Al Green. That's who Jasmine Crockett is. The identitarianism is meant to dupe you, fool you, trick you. It's meant to fracture coalitions. It's meant to make you think that, hey, if a candidate or a politician looks a certain way, I should by definition just support them. No, you should support them if they have the substance that will make your life better. But if all they're doing is engaging in divisive, coalition destruction, then they're not working for you, they're working against you.
Yeah, you know what, now things are a little clearer because why did she run against Tallarico at the last second? Colin Alrood was getting his ass handed to him. He was the establishment pick to run against Tallarico. Tallarico is saying that he won't fund Israel. So they're like, okay, Colin's not gonna win. Panic. Send in the identity politics lady who is doing a really good job of pretending to be a Democrat, right?
Yep.
And make sure that she'll support Israel, right? She's like, oh yeah, I'll support Israel. And then Jasmine Crockett tries to come in to take out Tallarico. Sorry, it failed.
And what put Jasmine Crockett on the map? Her little tiff with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who these days, honestly, looks like she has far more morality when it comes to wanting to protect human lives than Jasmine Crockett ever has.
Because she's speaking out against genocide and war nonstop, and Crockett is quiet as a church mouse. I can't hear a thing from her. When you get into something that affects her, like super rich black people getting even more privilege.
Yep.
Not the average black person, doesn't care that much about that.
Nope.
But wait. I need my quotas. I need my quotas, not your quotas, my quotas, right? But all of a sudden, Palestinians are getting slaughtered. Oh, I got paid to ignore that. I haven't said a word. So apparently Trump is calling for unity after another violent incident. And of course, depending on where you get your news, that story gets framed in completely different ways. On the right, the angle is that Trump is a uniquely powerful figure who keeps getting targeted because he's so effective. On the left, the focus is on something much more uncomfortable for them to deal with. Trump's long relationship with violent rhetoric and the political climate that he's helped to create. Now, you just saw how easy it is to look at one story and immediately compare two completely different narratives. And that is exactly why I recommend Ground News. It's a website and app that pulls together reporting from across the political spectrum so you can compare headlines side by side, see the bias distribution of the coverage, check the factuality ratings of the sources, and even see who owns the outlets behind the reporting. Because once you start looking at coverage that way, it becomes a lot easier to see when the media isn't informing you, it's managing your perception. Ground News also has a blind spot feed, which highlights stories that one side of the political spectrum is barely covering at all, so you're not trapped inside the version of events your media bubble wants you to accept. Go to ground.news/TYT or scan the QR code and get 40% off the Ground News Vantage plan. It's a great deal. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.